a simple piece of stick or a staff or a shepherd's rod that he was holding on. And yet, simple as it might be, God wanted him to realize that whatever he has on his hands could be used for God's work. In fact, for the next 40 years, when Moses said, "Yes, Lord, I will go," that stick on his hand had been used a lot of times, not for the sake of Moses, but for God's glory, for people to know how amazing and great their God is. The word hand appears 64 times in the book of Exodus. 36 times of it, interestingly, appear between chapter 3, verse 19, until chapter 4, verse 30, at the crossing of the Red Sea. But it is very important for each and every one of us to realize that when we speak about hands, our own hands, it needs to be paired with the powerful hand of God. Let me refer to you Exodus chapter 3, verse 19 and 20. God told Moses, "I know the king of Egypt will not let you go unless compelled by a mighty hand. So I will stretch out my hand." Whose hand is this? God's hand. Without this powerful hand that would stretch all throughout everything that we find our hands to do, nothing would be accomplished. "So I will stretch out my hand and strike Egypt with all the wonders that I will do in it, and after that, Pharaoh is going to let you go." How do we get our hands ready for God's work today? We are facing in front of us the big challenge of digital evangelism. The previous years, we have seen how much social media, how much communication has been a very effective tool in reaching the people for God's kingdom. South Philippines, Central Philippines, North Philippines, wherever we are, we have learned that there were times that without social media, without our gadgets, without our cell phones, without media evangelism and media ministry, there are times that our church could not move forward. So today, may we all realize once and for all that in our hands are the most important tools that we can give back to the Lord to win more souls for His kingdom. The second question that I mentioned in the first part of this keynote address was, whose hands are we on? I would like to bring about an illustration about gloves. When we go for a buffet or like budol fight, eat a meal, we usually would prefer to have our gloves on. Or, for another emphasis, some mechanics would like to use rubberized gloves before they would touch their dirty job. Of course, a lot of things could be accomplished by the use of gloves. Firstly, it's for protection. It's for the purposes of sanitation. But whatever that is, gloves are very much useful. And gloves, I would like to say, are the people who are willing to be instruments by which God's hands could be placed inside. Let me ask you a question. Whenever a mechanic handles dirty jobs, which part of the handling gets dirty? Is it the hand inside the glove, or is it the glove? It's the gloves that gets dirty. It's the gloves that get soiled. But without the hand inside, nothing could be accomplished. No trouble from any engine or car could be fixed without the hand inside. Of course, I would be more than willing to just be the glove, to just be soiled as long as God's work would be accomplished through me. It's not me working, but it's God using me as His tool to accomplish the work. So for this week's activity, as we move along, let us continue to contemplate upon these two big questions. What's in your hand, and in whose hands are you? May God bless everyone today, our speakers, our participants from the different parts of Southern Asia Pacific Division, as we get ourselves indulged into this very important training, which the comms team also has designed to be more fun and enjoyable for everyone to learn what we need to learn for God's glory. This is our prayer. May we all enjoy and relax the week for God's kingdom. Good morning.